I never target age and gender in my Facebook ad accounts, and today I'm going to share with you why you shouldn't either. Lots of people that advocate for broad targeting with Facebook ads will advise that you still define your age and gender in the targeting section of your ad sets. Hey, even in my old videos, I suggest that you can do this if you please, but then why am I not doing it myself? And why can I have, for example, accounts where 96% of their audience might be male and I'm not excluding females? Well, the reason is that over time, you'll be spending more in terms of CPMs if you force spend over a specific age range or to a particular gender. But what if your product is only relevant to a specific demographic? That doesn't really matter, and I'm going to jump onto the computer now and show you why. Very quickly before we do that, if you want to scale your e-com brand with Facebook ads and you're struggling to do it yourself or you've been burnt by some agencies, check out Ads Ace in the description, which is my full Facebook ads course for e-commerce brands. I teach you everything you need to know to scale your brand with Facebook ads, and you have direct access to me to answer your questions, which would be a fraction of the price you're going to pay to have an agency run the ads for you, and you're going to get better performance. Anyway, let's jump into the slides now. So the first thing to keep in mind is that creative does the targeting. You may have heard other people talk about this, and it's something that definitely I agree with. The algorithm is smart enough to show your creative to the relevant audience. It doesn't matter if that's an age segment or a specific gender. It is that smart that it's going to know exactly what to show those people, okay? And we can prove this by looking at the organic algorithm. So there's no targeting on the organic content, and you don't see stuff that's not relevant to you, do you? So if you're a man, are you seeing beauty and fashion reels? And if you're a woman, are you seeing sports and men's motivational reels? Okay, probably not. So that's showing you that the organic algorithm does it. Why wouldn't the paid algorithm be able to do that level of detail as well? Because it's the same platform and it's the same data that they have access to. And I can show you an example of this so you understand really how that happens. Okay, so here you can see the same product and it's got different gender appeal by the creative that is being used. Okay, so you can see this first creative here, female appeal, and this second creative here that is more male appeal. Okay, so both of these are advertising the same bikini, and this second one, that's not really appealing to, or it's going to appeal to females maybe a bit for the design of bikini, but that image is very much a sexual image that's going to appeal to male sexual desire. That's going to draw in a lot of men because those are the people that are going to be engaging with that, stopping to look at it, okay? And then that's going to send signals back to the algorithm and it's going to appear more. Versus this female one where, you know, that's something more geared towards women. Like men will probably still look at that as well. It's an attractive girl in a bikini, but that's not something that is so massively male-dominated appeal, okay? So like it's showing like an aspirational thing where a girl could look at this and go, hey, that's something I aspire to have, you know, be traveling the world in some beautiful destination, looking back at whoever is behind me, probably the boyfriend, that's what they're, you know, aspiring to have. And I'm having this nice bikini doing it. They can see themselves in that location. They can see that dream and it's going to make them aspire to that and buy the product. Okay. So very different appeals, but it's the same product and it's the same model in fact as well, okay? So that's how your creative can do the targeting. The algorithm has to weigh up spend distribution based on what gender is most likely to engage with this ad, also versus what audience is actually gonna buy the ad, okay? So if you're using the second one, that's the more male dominated one, yes, you're still gonna hit females because that's who's buying it, but it's not gonna be as efficient as this other one that is really just honed in on females for the engagement and the purchasing. And this is obviously where you were doing your targeting, but by targeting in this section, you know, selecting an age here or selecting the gender, you're essentially forcing the spend on those demographics rather than just allowing it to go where it wants to go. And what happens when you force the spend? Well, like I said earlier, you're going to pay a higher price for CPMs, okay? So you may pay more to serve your ads because you're forcing the platforms to show creative to an audience it doesn't want to show it to. And that means your CPA, of course, is also going to rise if you're paying more for impressions. So what if you're in the situation where you're going to say, but hey, my creative isn't targeting correctly and you're not getting the right demographic? Well, what I'd say to that is your creative is targeting correctly, but your creative is not optimal for your intended audience. And don't let the analytics guys drive your decision-making process. So, if they're saying, hey, on the website, I'm seeing more traffic from this age range, but this other age range is the ones that are actually purchasing, you should target your ads towards that age range. That is not what you do. What you do is you redesign your creative so that the creative fits for the audience that you're getting better conversion right, but you're not currently driving traffic for, okay? And how you do that is you have to change every aspect of your creative to resonate with that particular audience. And that's what the thing that people get wrong. They think they can just change the messaging, but like I showed you in those images earlier with the two girls, it doesn't matter if you call out girls in that image. If you're creating an image that men are just subconsciously programmed to want to look at, they're going to keep engaging with it, and you're going to be getting mixed signals sent back to the algorithm. In fact, not even mixed signals. It has to balance between engagement and purchases. It has to balance the user desire and the business desire, okay, of the platform. So yeah, you're going to be trying to change every aspect of your creative so that it targets your correct audience. I've talked about this in a previous video, looking at the format, the actual demographic in the video, or like creative, the dialect they're using, the colors, blues for guys, pinks for girls, messaging that's used. Is it emotional for females? Is it more logical for men? The culture, scene, style, whatever, like every single aspect of the creative has to speak to your particular audience you're trying to target, and then the creative will effectively target them. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you want to expedite your Facebook ads learning, definitely check out as is in the description, and that will do that for you. So until the next one, have a good week and see you very soon.